As kids, we used to chant on the playground. Sticks and stones will break my bones, but words will never hurt me. But did we truly believe that? It was an armor. We would pretend that words didn't matter. But I know that sometimes it's not the words that hurt, it was the lack thereof. I waited years for my father to offer words of praise, acknowledgement, affirmation. Every decision I made, where I worked, the schools I attended, even the men I dated, were set around this question: what would daddy think? And I called him daddy. And what I always received was silence. And that is a wound within itself. And this went on for decades. And it was 2016. I was working on my PhD dissertation and I wanted to be brave. I asked Daddy for feedback on my writing. He paused and said, "Do you want me to critique it as Mr. Carter or as a normal guy?" Great question. Because Mr. Carter was a linguistics snob. He was a master of reading and writing. He would critique emails that weren't even sent to him. But the normal guy, he was loving and forgiving. He felt that run on sentences were just stories in progress. Hmm. My response: normal guy, final answer. But what I got was Mr. Carter yielding his red pen like an Olympic fencer. My grammar was slashed. My transitions had holes poked in them. Even my font was subject to critique. By the time I got back my paper, it looked as if it had hit by a hurricane of red ink. And after 40 years of waiting for praise, I broke down. Through my tears, I said, "Daddy, how come you've never given me any praise? You've never said good job." And he looks at me, emotionless, and says, "When I was growing up, it was just me and my mother. She never praised me." And that was a defining moment. I realized you can't be hurt by the words you've never heard, but you can be shaped by them. Silence, like pressure on coals, can turn into a diamond. The weight of unspoken expectations shaped me. I learned to see that I had value and I had worth, even though no one said it aloud. And just as silence creates diamonds, with dry sticks can start a fire. My longing for praise lit something inside me, and that fire created my drive. Now, we cannot control what people will say or not say to us, but we do choose how we live with the silence. And I've stopped worrying about what people will say or not say to me. I now speak them to myself and to anyone who will listen.